With one click,
as I'm kind of standing in front of it,
a small screen in the CU Boulder Media Lab comes to life. Eyes are glued to an early draft of a documentary by Ph.D. student Nandi Pointer.
Telling stories of underrepresented or marginalized communities was always really important to me.
As an emerging Black female filmmaker, Nandi says there was a time where she was her only advocate.
I have to prove beyond all of the accolades I could get that I could still do something that someone with half of my training or education can do, and that can be, frustrating.
Now, she's taking up space on the screen.
across the street and down the block.
Her current project features the lives of Black expatriates.
Which to me is Black people who leave America to live in other countries, either permanently or for some period of time. I'm not talking about a 1 month because you don't change in the same way until you have to totally immerse yourself in another culture and another environment.
Her and her brother's experiences being Black abroad shaped the film's direction.
It was a freedom that I had never experienced in life being in America. And so I thought, well, this is something that I want to share, not only with Black people, but just with the world, and kind of showing a different representation of Black men.
She watched from Saudi Arabia how America responded to the murder of George Floyd, pushing her documentary into focus.
Especially Black males. If you don't venture out and see how the rest of the world sees you, you may not really know what your value is.
When you're not in the country experiencing that violence, it hits you different. You don't have to go out and function in society and still kind of be your normal self with this kind of weight of what is this simmering in the society that might attack me and my person just based on my color.
I also really like this story as well.
Nandi looked for a home where people would understand her vision. She found her place in Boulder.
I always want to be somewhere I feel supported, heard, mentored, and inspired, and that's not easy to come by, for people to believe in your work and to see something in you maybe that you don't even see in yourself yet.
3 years later, 12 minutes of her film, Black Expats, are ready for an eager audience.
I could see that it's beginning to breathe. And it's beginning to kind of, come into its own.
I think there's a lot of space to unfold a very critical, interesting conversation.
That there is a kind of historical shedding going on, where you no longer have to bear the burden of the past, right, in the location where you live.
With these thoughts, Nandi can appreciate what she's showing the world.
Right now, I feel like I'm really walking in my path and my purpose more so than I felt for probably the last 10 years.
Her work speaks for itself. With photojournalist Byron Reed, Janelle Finch, 9 News.